Hey fellow gamers, Chatty Sisa here. Another week has passed and we've got some small update regarding Mafia, the old country game. And why I'm saying small, it's because it wasn't a vid, it was an article, and a very brief one at that. I'm going to show you that one in a few minutes. So unfortunately, it's not exactly going so well in terms of IGN presenting this game, to be honest. The original idea, as I understood, was that we should be receiving every Monday let's say, portion of the gameplay until the game releases. The first week, it was okay because we've got 9 minutes of gameplay presented, even though it was in a relatively low quality, which was criticized by gamers and other channels as well. But aside from that, we could see at least, the sneaking, the weapons that Enzo will be able to use in different ways. We could see the transitions between the cinematics and the gameplay. So it was really a good glimpse into the game, and we've got some more information. So that first week was great. Then we've got the next week an IGN exclusive preview of it, which wouldn't have been so bad if it wouldn't be full of spoilers without a warning. And that's the important bit. So IGN has provided a ton of spoilers in their exclusive preview bit without making sure that the people who don't want to be spoiled are not going to watch the bit. So again, it was quite heavily criticized by the gamers and the gaming community, and also by some other creators on YouTube. And I have to say, I agree with them completely. So this is also one of the reasons why I have put in a disclaimer or a warning for spoilers in my previous video when I was showing some excerpts from the exclusive preview. In general, the coverage, like I said, from IGN wasn't so great, and I'm actually having another bit in line that I will be dedicating specifically to IGN, because I don't think that the coverage of not just this game, but also other games currently and in the past wasn't so well done from their side. And talking about that, this week we've only got, as mentioned, this very brief and short article, so that one is not exactly great. Thankfully, we did have directly on the Mafia game channel a vid which is talking about more of the game and more about how Enzo will be able to, serve the Torrisi family. And it is showing a little bit more of the gameplay. It's just having about 2 minutes, so it's not really long, but there are some new things which I would like to point out. So let me show you the article first, and then we'll watch a little bit from that vid which we've got from the Mafia game. So as you can see, this is the article that IGN has posted on July the 21st, which was the previous Monday. And this is really it. So basically, they have not provided any new information. They have just pointed towards the previous gameplay vid and the hands-on preview, which they have already released on their YouTube channel. And what is, I think, very positive here is that they are mentioning what will be going on next week. So they are saying the next week we'll have a deep dive interview with the game director and development studio president about returning Mafia to its linear roots. So I'm guessing we will be having more information next week then about the game. And I'm definitely posting another vid if there will be something interesting or any new information. So this much for the moment. And if you want to check it out, this very brief article, I will be linking it again in the description below. There is one thing that I would like to highlight, and which was also asked in the comment section by one viewer the last time on the last vid, and that is on which platforms we are able to play the game. And as you can see, finally, it's like stated here, the old country will be released for PC, PS5 and Xbox Series XS on August the 8th. So that was a very good question. By the way, thank you very much. It is something that we often forget to highlight. It's sometimes not so easy to find the information online. So you can now see the platforms as well. And whenever there is some new game that I'm going to be talking about on this channel, I will definitely not forget to highlight also the information when it's available. The images which are posted here are basically high definition images regarding the characters which are in the game. You can see more about them, and there is also a description on the right hand side which is telling you more about every single of these people. So we do have Cesare, we do have Don Torrisi, of course, we do have Enzo. We have Don Torrisi's daughter, which is Isabella, and then we have also Luca, who is Don Torrisi's charming and charismatic underboss. So we have a couple of characters here highlighted, and then of course we have also Don Torrisi's consigliere. So we have more information here. Again, I will be linking the entire article in the description below. You can read it for yourself. I'm not going to read through it. It's not making sense. You can read it for yourself, I'm sure. But it's great that we've got some more information regarding the characters, what they are like, and maybe what their motivations are. So I definitely advise you to check it out. Good, so this is the vid which I have previously mentioned. It's really just 1:50 long, so it's under 2 minutes. It starts with the scene which we have seen already in the gameplay trailer as well as in the original game trailer. That is not something new, but then there are a few things which I have noticed which I would maybe like to mention. I will try to stop the vid in the meantime, although these scenes are changing very fast, so I might have to go back.
Now we must send a message to all around that Torrisi takes care of his family and his affairs.
So that was already what we have seen previously.
Will you do that, Enzo? I will. Everything in San Celeste has a price. Our price.
Now here on this spot, I just wanted to mention the, let's say, quest marker is now above the head of one of the people. So you are supposed to follow somebody. And I know that not everybody is fond of seeing these markers in their game. So the good information here is that you can toggle on and off this feature if you don't want to see it. For example, in this scene, when you are aware that you are supposed to follow somebody on a horse logically, then you don't necessarily need the marker. So just pointing this one out.
Everyone pays. And if they don't, you must remind them.
On this spot again, I did mention it in the previous vid, and it was also mentioned in the exclusive preview from IGN. As you can see, we have quite a few options for the gameplay with the knives. So you can slash, thrust, strike, dodge, and parry, which will be very important in order to, let's say, find the best tactics for your particular enemy. So I think this is very good that you have so many options.
Of their duty. Some try to run from their obligations. They think there is a place on this earth that lies beyond our reach.
Now that previous part which we could see, so here where Enzo is jumping from roof to roof, I think that one is showing as well the smooth transitions between cinematics and gameplay. Because honestly, from what I have seen, it's very hard to say at the beginning whether this is something you do as a gameplay or if it's a part of a cinematic. I do believe that this is part of a cinematic, of course, but you never know. So what I have to really praise again on this game is how very well it flows, how the changes are very smooth. And this looks to be very, very interesting. It looks like we are chasing someone who is trying to get away. They will be, again, trying to get away, I think, on a car, and Enzo will follow them on a horse. And again, we will be seeing the gameplay when you can use the pistols while horse riding.
Reach. Nobody hides from this family. Not for long. High walls, iron gates.
And this is the scene which I was mentioning previously in the previous bit, and this is now a different angle or a different route, let me put it that way, because previously we have seen that we have to infiltrate a house or a compound, and we have seen one of the possible options on how to do that. It was a different gate and it was a different route, and we can now see that there is another one possible as well, which was something that I was wondering about the last time. So it's really great that you have more options, because in case you are going to struggle with one of the ways that you pick, you can still replay that scene if you want, or if you are going to replay the whole game, you can still choose a different path and experience a different type of gameplay, and I really like this.
Armed men. They think those will keep them safe. Show them.
Now on that knife throwing, that was something that was mentioned by the channel Mafia Game Videos, which is, I'm pretty sure, very known YouTube channel for all the Mafia players here. And it was highlighted there that you have to be careful with the knife throws, because every time you are throwing your knife, it basically like reduces your knife's health bar. You can see there is a health bar, and you would have to sharpen the knife, but in order to do that you have to have a whetstone, and you have only a limited number of whetstones. You have to think about it twice how you want to use the knife, whether you want to throw it or whether you want to just sneak up on the people and use it like this, because every time it has a positive side and also a negative side, a downside. So you have to keep that in mind. And I think that's going to be very interesting as well.
Otherwise. How dead? You're my eyes and ears, Enzo. What you see, what you hear.
This is a new feature, at least I think it is a new feature in the whole franchise. I'm not sure if it has been there from what I have heard, because I haven't played the previous game. Again, I have to say that this was not in the previous games, but please correct me if I'm wrong, which I find quite useful, because if you are trying to sneak upon multiple enemies, it's good to be aware where those enemies are, so you can basically like listen to the voices and focus on hearing from which direction they are coming, and based on that you will be able to see this kind of screen, and you will see approximately where each of the persons is standing. So this is, I think, a very useful thing or tool in the game, or an aspect of the game that will make your life a little bit easier in sneaking.
It belongs to me. Never forget that. Our enemies lie in wait, like vipers in the grass. We must strike first, quietly.
And this is exactly what I've mentioned before. This is from the same area or same compound, which we have seen also already in IGN's preview vid. And now we are seeing a different path. So we are on a spot which we could not see in the previous vid. This is a, let's say, new look at the same area, but we are choosing a different route. So I do think it's really cool to see how many options you have.
And without hesitation. If someone were stupid enough to put his hand in my pocket, it would be up to you to return what is mine. And remember.
And on this spot also, I wanted to highlight that there is not just, steering the car, but you can accelerate, of course, brake, and you can see what speed you are currently having. And from what I understood, you can, of course, naturally run out of gas. So you have to be careful. And then also you have to take care of the car if something breaks down, which is also a very good feature in order to bring more realism into the game. So I actually really like this one.
And remember, what you give to this family, you shall
again, here we can see the shooting from horse or from riding a horse. So I guess we'll have multiple options on how to proceed, and I really like that. I'm really looking forward to this game, to be honest. Let's see what we will get to know on the next Monday or this Monday, and if there is something really new that is worth highlighting, and that is something that should be interesting regarding the gameplay or the story, and then I will definitely make another vid. So that was it for this week, or rather the previous week by the time this vid will be out, what we've got for Mafia, the Old Country. Feel free to check out my channel as well as some other vids which are there related to the game. I'm linking something here as well as here. And also, if you like this vid, please don't forget to hit that like button below, and I would appreciate any comments, what you think about what we have seen from the gameplay right now, and what you think about the characters that have been introduced in the article from IGN. So on this spot, I would like to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned and game on.